Welcome to a quick presentation of my indie game project named NeonTail. NeonTail is an open-world roller skating game where you follow a young girl's adventures and save her city from a dimensional disaster. Crazy sadist mayor, cross-dimensional invasion, imploding a small infinite amount of dimensions, shopping and eating delicious ice creams with friends. Those are what you will find in NeonTail's world. Before we start, here's a small disclaimer. The footages of NeonTail you see in this video shows an early state of the game, and many things I talk about here are work in progress. For now, I've been working mainly on the base of this game. Moving around feels good, and code-wise everything is in place for us to fill this city with amazing content. Now, roller skating in a very dynamic city do share some similarities with a very beloved masterpiece of a game, named Jet Set Radio.
Jet Set Radio!
I love that game, but creating a clone doesn't really make sense to me. People who love Jet Set Radio should just play Jet Set Radio. With NeonTail, I'm going for something fresh and new, and above all, my own work. Now, there's a lot to talk about if I am to go into all the details of how skating works in my game. Like how I completely separated moving forward and backward using the triggers, and have the left stick precisely orienting where the character wants to go. The controls are more subtle as your input aren't directly related to the physics of skating. Your velocity, mass, grip, all dependent on the rollerblade's alignment, are all calculated after your input. Now, I wanted to keep it short, but already I am going into details. I will talk about the combo system and other skating related designs I made or planned for this game in other videos. Let's quickly talk about the city, one of the most important aspects of this game. I want to push the potential of what a city as a core concept can be as much as I can. And when I'm saying that, I'm talking about what the city offers. You can, for example, look for a job such as making deliveries, taking photographs, or playing the local roller skating sport game, which is the biggest thing around, and complex enough to earn a whole video for itself later to explain how it works. With the money you earned, you will be able to enjoy capitalism. Many shops can be found within the city. Shopping for clothes is a big thing, but you can also go shopping for electronics, consumables, and even buy gifts for other characters in the game. There is also a drone shop for your camera drone, on which you can update or install modules on. Modules can be scanners, social media applications, flashlights, maps, codecs, and HUD customization, and you will also need to buy batteries to power all that. Besides buying objects, you can also go relax in cafes, restaurants, and conbinis. Relaxing in those locations will allow our main character to check on her messages, or hang out with other NPCs, and also save her progress. It's quite a nice thing to do. Again, I will talk about this aspect of the game more in depth in future devlogs. I thought about adding an apartment renting system and many more indoors interaction, but that would be kind of the extreme side of a very successful crowdfunding result. Well, that's another disclaimer. Many things will depend on crowdfunding results, but I'm here to present to you the project, so whatever the outcome, I should at least talk about the former intentions. Anyway. Now, I won't reveal all the plot of this game, but really I prepared many stories, locations, and colorful characters for you to discover. The main plot is already written, and many side stories are waiting there to be created. But this devlog series will probably focus more on game design. However, to give you a general idea of what's going on, creatures from other dimensions will start to invade at some point, and one of them, my favorite, is a sentient beanie that jumps on people's head and disconnects the victim's cerebral abilities. I call them the Zombinis. Anyway, let's just say that there will be adventures, and it will be an important part of what NeonTail is. Now let me introduce myself so you have an idea of who's behind this project. My name is Filet and I make video games. I have many years of professional experience working in several video game companies, and I've been lucky enough to have experience working on a few AAA titles. I have also created a few small games on my own. I've commercialized a few of those games in a very indie homemade way, and I have learned a lot through all of this. I spend pretty much 13 to 18 hours a day, and it's already been many years, including holidays and weekends, working non-stop on coding, music making, game design, 2D and 3D arts and animations. While working on my first solo project, I actually worked from waking up to going to sleep for a whole year without ever taking time for anything else. That was not healthy, but I got results. I can, and I did pretty much make games on my own. But that's not what I'm going for here. NeonTail is a big project. I've worked on big projects before as a producer, so that isn't a real problem. I'm fairly confident that I can turn this project into a fully finished product. But I do need a stable situation that would allow me to make use of those skills I've put so much effort on acquiring. If I get the fundings I need, I'll be able not only to sustain myself, but also to pay for good music, voice actors, put many cool game design concepts in the game, and overall hire people for a better final product. Well, that's pretty much it for this introduction video. You can keep following my progress and I'll try to create interesting devlogs as the production of NeonTail goes on. And if you like this project, know that you can both help me out and get a reward in return by going to this Patreon page. Seriously, I really need the help. And you'll get cool things too. You'll be able to follow my progress in depth, get your name in the museum inside the game, get debug builds every month, or even get your logo or the visuals of your choice in the advertising panels, posters, or walls on the streets inside the game. That way, if this game gets some attention, your brand will be visible by anyone playing. How cool is that? In any case, thank you for watching this introduction to my devlog series, and I hope I got your curiosity, if not your attention. See you next time!